The Perfect Alibi. Hey, loves, welcome back to another episode of Sassy Speaks. I am your girl, Sassy, and thank you for coming back to rock with your girl yet another week. So, I have gotten a new microphone with the audio mixer and soundboard and all this stuff, and I had no idea what I'm doing. I had to fix the sound on my last couple of episodes because I just don't know what is going on. But hey, I'm new to this, so bear with me. I am trying to get it right. So, to the newbies here, welcome. Thank you for checking me out, and I hope that you like what you hear and you will stay a while, get comfortable, and come back week after week. To my day ones, hey boos. Thank you again for rocking with your girl week after week and hanging in there through all of my mishaps and all that good stuff. So, as of last week, we have started our new Reddit series called the Reddit Files. And every week, we crack open a new case inspired by real stories shared on Reddit. Stories that challenge our morals, test our loyalty, and make us ask, what would you do? So, I'm here for it. Let's get cracking. Imagine your best friend calls you. Their voice is shaky. They don't ask for money. They don't ask for a ride. They ask for one simple favor. If anyone asks, tell them I was with you last night. You don't think much of it. Friends cover friends, right? The next morning, you wake up to breaking news. Someone has been murdered. And suddenly, that little favor doesn't seem so little anymore. Ooh, this sounds like a good one. The story Bobby shared that one of their closest friends called them late one night asking for an alibi. Let's call the friend hmm, Clarence. Clarence claimed they had gotten into an argument with someone earlier and didn't want any unnecessary drama. So he asked Bobby to tell anyone who asked that they spent the evening together. It seemed harmless, no questions asked, just helping out a friend. The next morning, something changed. The local news report that a person had been found dead overnight. As more details came out, the timeline matched the exact hours their friend wanted covered. Bobby's stomach dropped. Was Clarence involved, or was this just a terrible coincidence? Then came a knock at the door. Detectives wanted to know where Clarence had been that night. Now, Bobby had an impossible choice: tell the lie he had agreed to, or tell the investigators the truth and risk destroying a lifelong friendship. Mm. If Clarence was innocent, telling the truth would make him look guilty. But if Clarence were guilty, keeping the lie would make Bobby an accessory after the fact. One decision, two lives changed forever. Let's talk about it. So, this story really isn't about murder, right? It's about loyalty. How far should loyalty go? We all say we do anything for the people we love. But does anything include lying to the police, covering for someone without knowing the full story, risking your own freedom? One bad decision doesn't just affect the one person who made it. Sometimes it pulls everyone around them into the consequences. And here's something to think about. If someone truly cares about you, should they ever ask you to risk your future for theirs? Hmm. Now, what would you do if your best friend asked you to be their alibi and later you discovered someone had been killed? Would you stick to the story or would you tell the police everything you know? Be honest. I want to hear what you would do and why. So, let me tell you what I would do. Clarence shows up at my door late night asking for an alibi. Could this not be a text message? Could this not be a phone call? So the fact that you came to my house in the middle of the night to ask for this alibi, I feel like that is something serious. And y'all know me, I got questions. So would I do this? I would say it really depends on who you are in my life. And I have questions. So if we're talking about, okay, I told my boo I would be over here, but I'm really gonna be over there. Cool, I got you. Ain't none of my business, but I'd be like, yo, she was here, whatever, whatever, whatever. But if we're talking about murder, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I detest getting in trouble for something that I did not do. I stay in a lot of trouble by myself, so I do not need any help getting in trouble. And the one thing that I truly hate is being blamed for something that I did not do. So, am I going to risk my future for yours? No. That's a hard no, because what I'm not going to do is, again, risk my freedom for yours. I love you, boo, but I can't do this because now you're getting the police involved. Somebody lost their life, detectives, FBI. Nope, I don't want no parts of it. And now that you have brought me into your drama, how you feeling about me? Like, what do you feel like you could rope me into this and I'd be okay with that? I don't understand. What kind of relationship do we have that you're going to put me in that kind of situation to risk my life for yours? Or we both be sitting there looking at each other with three hots in the car. No. One thing too, I would not thrive in an environment such as jail. I want to do what I want to do. I want to go where I want to go. I don't want to be told this and that. I hate the word no. Yes, I'm a spoiled brat. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. However, I am not going to sacrifice or even chance going to jail, prison, whatever, for something that I did not do. Now, if we into this together, that's a whole different conversation. But you dragged me into your mess because you don't know how to control your emotions. And I say that because if this was self defense, it wouldn't be a problem, right? Call the folks. Be like, this is what happened. You're going to have to go through the ringer, of course, but it was self defense. But if you just out here popping off because somebody stepped on your big toe or whatever the case may be, and you out here killing folks, nah, we can't have none of that. I have a family. I have a future. I got a job. I love my freedom. I don't be doing too much, but if I want to, I wanna be able to do it. And I just don't think that that is a relationship that I want to have. So therefore, you're saying risk a lifelong friendship? But again, you're putting me into a situation and not caring about that. So I have to question anyway, like, what's up? Why are we here? What are we doing? Like, you don't respect me enough, respect what I have going on enough to go to someone else? Or how about you tell the truth? If you strong enough to be killing somebody, then you need to be strong enough to take the rap, right? Like, what happened? I have questions again, questions that need answers before I see where this is going. So I am kind of torn on this because, again, the situation. Oh, you know what? Let me stick to the facts. This situation, no, I am not lying. I would tell the police straight up, look, he showed up at my house and he asked me to do this. I'm thinking he's just trying to step out on home girl or homeboy or whatever. So that's why I told him I would say the alibi. But when it comes to murder, no, he wasn't here. He wasn't here and I don't know where he was. What would you do? Could you live with either decision? You tell the truth and you could lose someone you love forever. But again, we really need to check our relationship because you brought me into this mess. Tell the lie and you might help a murderer walk free. This is a hard decision. Some choices don't have happy endings, only consequences. So, what we doing, player? I just don't think that this is a good situation to put anybody in, honestly. Again, I tell the truth, not because it would be easy, not because it would hurt, but because I also couldn't carry the weight of helping someone hide the truth while another family is searching for justice. This murder doesn't just affect you and this person, but it's a whole nother family out there. Like, why? Real loyalty doesn't ask you to sacrifice your integrity. Bam, that is all that I am saying. It does not ask you to sacrifice your integrity, your character. I love you. I would do anything for you, but we've got to be reasonable. If you put me in a position where I'd have to choose between protecting you and protecting the truth, you really made that choice for both of us. Yeah. So why you even asking? Why are you even at my door asking? Because I don't get it. Somebody tell me, like, am I missing something? Is that what loyalty isn't? Do I have loyalty wrong? Because loyalty works both ways. If I ask you to hold something for me, oh, this is good because this was one of the stories one of my podcasters told. I think it was Renee. Yeah, Renee from Melanin Mayhem. She's doing these um stories. So it was that one friend asked this girl to hold something. And she said, don't look at it, but I'll be back for it. And it ended up being a setup because it was something that she had got herself into. And the girl was clean and she was like, you'll take the fall and you'll be all right. What in the world? But she's supposed to be my friend. And also that movie, oh, it's a movie called A Simple Favor thing. That was a whole twisted movie. Y'all gonna have to go watch that by yourselves because I can't even get into all of that. But anyway, the basis was this lady asked another girl for a favor and it just turned her life upside down. So again, is it worth it? I don't think so. If you want to ask me for something simple that doesn't involve anybody's taking of their lives, I might be down for it. But if it involves murder, nope, no, thank you. That is not my character. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. But this is not something that I'm just doing and giving out for free. Every story leaves us with one question. What would you do? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this episode had you hooked, don't forget to like and share so you'll never miss Sassy Speaks. You guys know how to get at me. Send me your stories, send me your thoughts, send me what you want to hear. I'm open to doing any kind of, well, not any kind. Again, we got to be with reason. But send me some topics. Give me your stories. You know how to reach me. Email sassyspeakspod@gmail.com. Facebook Sassy Speaks. Instagram Sassy Speaks Pod. And remember, take what serves you, leave what doesn't, protect your peace, and drink your water. Until next time, bye, love.